Hello friends, and welcome to our Wednesday evening dip powder manicure. I am, as always, so excited to be here with everybody. I'm just going to take a few minutes here. I'm just waiting for everything to kick in on your end, which is always why there's these awkward beginnings. Perfect. I think we are good. Awesome. Okay, I've got the chat. I think we're all set up. Hopefully we have no tech issues. I mean, it's me. There's going to be something. But at the end of the day, we're just here to do nails, so we're going to do our best. So, hello, Heather. It is so good to see you. Hello, Brandy. Hello, hello. This is awesome. Okay, so I will admit I have not 100% sorted out the lag between the filming and the chat. So if my responses seem kind of delayed, that is why. But it's all right. We're going to have a good time. I'm excited. Hello, Jana. I'm so excited to see you. Hello, hello, friends. Hello, Kayla. Kayla with a C. Beautiful. I love your spelling. Amazing. Well, hello, friends. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so I know that we talked last week about possibly streaming on both YouTube and TikTok at the same time. Unfortunately, I can't do that because of TikTok rules. So for right now, we're just going to hang out on YouTube, and I'm hoping that maybe we can just give it a bit of a chance and we'll be able to sort it out. But if not, then we'll just go from there. So you guys give me feedback, and we'll just do our best with what we got. So thank you, Brandy. I love you guys. So thank you for your patience with me. I appreciate it. Anyways, friends, let's get into the nail stuff. This is what we're doing tonight. I'm very excited about it. Actually, here, let me lower the brightness on my camera. Tech issue number uno. There we go. Sorry, my cuticles are still a little dry because I've not put cuticle oil on yet, but I am loving this. I actually saw this on Pinterest. So this is a recreation from Pinterest, just to be completely transparent. So we've got like the navy blue vines with a little chrome action and just plain white. So this is what we're going to be doing tonight. I love it myself. I'm not going to lie. I did not love that stamping situation that I did last week. I enjoyed doing the nail stamping. I would like to do more nail stamping, but I did not love that look. There was something about the color combination. Just every once in a while, you know how sometimes an idea looks so much better in your head and then the execution is just not there? That's how I felt about last week's manicure. So I enjoyed doing the nail stamping. I will do nail stamping again, but I'll be honest with you guys, I like immediately filed over it and just did like a one color mani last week because I was not in love with the combination I put together. So it happens. It happens. Thank you, Jana. Anywho, okay, so products that I'm going to be using, I have shared everything in the caption of the video so that you can find anything that you're looking for. The only thing not listed there is the white dip powder that I'm using, which is, of course, my favorite white dip powder because it is not a pain in the ass to use. So it is West Coast Dips Porcelain. I love their white because it does not clump. So this is available on their website. Kayla10 gets you 10% off on their website. But yeah, this is the white powder that I'm going to be using. Highly recommend if you struggled with white dip powders. This one is fantastic. Hello, Twirl Girl KMD95. Great to see you. And then for dip liquid tonight, we're going to be using my First Love Virgo and Gem, because I haven't used these in a while, and these are my OG, you know, these are the things that taught me that dip liquids matter. So I pulled them out tonight. We've been using Kiara Sky the last couple weeks. I like to rotate. I've got a couple different dip liquids that I love, so we're going to be using these ones tonight. And then it's going to be a pretty boring manicure because we're going to be doing just like straight white dip powder application. And then we're going to get into the nail art afterwards. So for the nail art, I'm going to be using my favorite Beetles gel liners here. These are fantastic. They come in a great big kit with all the colors. Again, I do have it shared in the caption for you if you want to check it out. But yeah, these are fantastic. Highly recommend. And then we're also going to be using the matte Beetles top coat. The reason being is, well, I'll show you how we chrome over without getting it everywhere. It's the matte top coat. That's the secret. So I'll show you that. But we're going to be using that. And then for my final, I'm going to be using a gel top coat, which is my very favorite Young Nails stain resistant gel top coat. And of course, the chrome powder. Cool. Let's get into it, friends. I'm excited. So we're just going to be dipping. straight off the hop and then get into the fun nail art. So let's do it. I'm going to get out my dip powder here. Like I said, this is Porcelain by West Coast Dips. Fantastic white dip powder. And wouldn't you know it, my toothpick has gone missing. So if it's not the cameras that are giving me a pain, it is the toothpick. I'm losing my train of thought. Okay, 1 second, friends. I thought I was prepared, but I wasn't. Good grief. I'm all thrown off. I actually just got back. I was running. The reason I was running late, so if you got a late reminder email, I apologize. I just went out for lunch with my family today, so you know, family time always comes first. So unfortunately, I was running a little bit late with my email scheduling, so I apologize for that, but it was with good reason. So I'm just coming back from lunch, and I'm just kind of all over the place at the moment. So I apologize for being a little sporadic right now. But anywho, let's get into it. I now have my toothpick. It's going to stay right here. It's not going to move. It is going to move because it always runs away on me. Anywho, let's get into it. All right, so we're going to start off with our base coat here. Now, for those of you who are new, I like to do the TikTok application method, which is just a slang for basically building an apex on the nail. The reason that we want to get that apex shape is because it will add strength to our manicure. It'll help it last a little bit longer, which is always a good thing when we work so hard on these DIY manicures. So, to do that, our first dip is going to be the entire nail. So I'm going to take my base coat, and then I do like to only carry a little bit on the brush. So I'm going to wipe the front and then the sides. And then we're going to start the brush in the middle of the nail. We are going to push back up to that cuticle area, pull forward, and then we're going to swoop the sides, getting nice even coverage. And then we're going to dip into the powder. And you can tell this is one of my favorites because I am running low. So I'm going to do a little, oh no. Okay, there we go. I think I got it all. Okay, that was messy. I've got a little ripple in it, but that's okay. Then I'm going to take my toothpick and just trace the cuticle line to get everything nice and straight. And then we're going to move on. Yeah, dipping this when it's like low like that is such a pain, but it's because it's my favorite powder. I'm running low. What are you going to do? So let's keep trucking. So let's hope we do a little bit nicer of a job on this next nail. So we're going to start the brush in the middle of the nail like I did, push back up to that cuticle area, pull forward, and then swoop those sides like so. And then dip into the powder. Also, friends, please feel free to ask any questions in the comment section. Happy to answer and help if I can while we're moving along. I've also linked my main tutorials in the caption of this video as well, so if you do want to check those out, they are there for you anytime to check out and follow along if you want to do your own manicure at home. All right. Also, I had to cut back my nails last week because I'm in full-blown gardening season now. It's a little early here. Our last frost isn't until the first week of June because I live in kind of a northern-ish area. But you know, I like to get things on the ground early and hope for the best sometimes. So I've been doing that. And with that in mind, I cut my nails back last week because I find having longer nails through the summertime is just a recipe for disaster. So we're rocking them a little shorter than usual, but that's okay. It's really hard to manage multiple hobbies that aren't necessarily friendly with one another. Though I will say having dip powder on my nails is so key for doing projects around the house and whatnot because it does add a level of strength to my nails, so that way I don't have to worry about them breaking as often, especially if I do trim them back a little bit so they can't snag on things. So, you know, it's all good. It's all good. All right. So we're almost done our first dip here. The other thing I love about this white dip powder is it goes on so nicely. Like, you really don't have to do a whole lot of buffing afterwards, which is so welcomed. Kristen, I know. I feel like I haven't seen you forever. I've been like, I think it's too because of the switch over to YouTube from TikTok, so. But I'm glad that you're here now. This is great. All right. So, where am I at here? Okay. We're going to brush off now. So between each layer, it is so important to brush off that excess powder. So we're going to take our brush and we're just going to brush everything off. You'll notice that I'm using a little toothbrush. The reason I like a toothbrush is because I find the stiffer bristles do a great job of getting all that excess powder out of the way. Like so. And then we're going to move on to our next layer. So for this layer, we're going to go halfway up the nail. The reason we are doing this, again, is because we like to build up that apex to add a little bit of strength to our manicure. So I'm going to start the brush just below that halfway point, and we're going to paint the bottom half of the nail. Now, I also like to cap the edges here. The reason we cap the edges is just to prevent some chipping action. So I'm just going to run the brush very lightly over that free edge and dip her in the powder. And then we're just going to continue cruising, doing the same thing on each finger. Hello, Tiffany. I'm doing great. How are you? That is okay that you're late. You're still here at like the beginning, so this is awesome. Also, we haven't even gotten to the fun part yet. We're still just dipping our base color right now, so not to worry. I'll give you a preview of the nails here in just a moment once I finish this dipperoo that I'm on. Here. There's a little preview of what we're working with. So we're doing a little blue gold spring action, straight Pinterest inspiration today, friends. I love going on Pinterest for nail art design ideas. The only thing is sometimes I find that I'm a little overconfident in my abilities. I'm really impressed that I managed to pull this one off, but sometimes it doesn't always go well. So, you know, just doing my best over here, hoping that my big, bright ideas work out just fine. Today it was luckily okay, but sometimes it doesn't, you know? Thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate that. Ooh, it looks like we got some bare spots here. That is okay. We're going to keep dipping, so those are going to get filled in. So if that does happen to you, not to worry. When you're dipping multiple layers, all of those spots that didn't get any coverage will get filled in. Perfect. So there we are done. Dip number 2. We're going to grab our toothbrush again. We're going to use those stiff bristles, and we're going to get all of the excess powder off the nail. Now, not only does this help you get a smoother application, it's also going to help you avoid contaminating that base liquid, which is very important because we don't want to contaminate our liquids because shit's expensive, okay? Ooh, something bright, Jana. What are we thinking bright? Like a bright spring pink? A bright, are we into corals? I feel like we're not quite in coral season yet, but some people like coral for spring. I shouldn't say that. All right, friends, we are on dip number 3. So this time we're going to go 3/4 of the way up the nail, again, trying to build up that apex shape. So we're going to start the brush at the halfway point this time, push it up to 3/4 and pull down, and then we're going to paint the bottom 3/4 of the nail like so. And then I'm also going to cap the edges here by just running the brush very lightly over that free edge. Oh, lost my powder. And dip. And then we're going to continue doing that on each finger. And once we get everything all applied here, I'm going to activate, we're going to buff it all smooth, and then we're going to go in with that gel nail art. Of course it's coral. Well, I'm excited to see your coral manicure, Jada. I shouldn't say that. I'm trying to think. I think I did actually a really cute coral for spring like 2 years ago. I should look at that. Maybe I'll look at doing that again last week. I think I did an ombre, and it was like an ombre coral with a pink, and it looked fabulous. Now you're inspiring me. I think we might be twinning next week, because now I'm getting bright ideas for next week's manicure. I might recreate that look, because I really did like that look. What I used to do early on when I first started doing TikTok videos is sometimes I would do looks and just like immediately swap out my manicure. So I never actually got to wear them. I was just trying to create like videos and content for everybody. And that one in particular, I did it for content, and then I loved it so much, and it was so heartbreaking taking it off. I don't do that anymore. Now I just like do my manicures live with you guys, which is a lot easier and enjoyable because I really don't like swapping out my manicures that often. But Courtney is here. Hello, Courtney. It is so good to see you. Also, here, Courtney, this is what we're doing today. We got a little navy gold action going on. Ignore my cuticles because they look dry as hell right now. So I gotta sort that mess out. But it happens. All right, we are on our fourth and final dip before we activate and buff these babies smooth and get into that nail art. So I'm actually going to pour over my thumb because that dip powder is low and it did not dip very well last time, and I really don't want to miss the boat on it. So I'm going to take my brush and we're going to apply to the entire nail. And I'm going to pour over because, yeah, my thumb was not dipping on that last one, which was almost a disaster. Perfect. And then we will trace that cuticle line like so. Amazing. And then we'll continue on as normal. I'm going to dump that powder back in so that I don't waste any. Thank you, Courtney. Oh, Jana, did you, have you tried the scrub method? I can't remember if you said you tried that or not, because that might be easier for you if the base liquid is drying really fast, because then you don't have to, with the tap method, it takes obviously a little longer. With the scrub method, it's okay that your base liquid dries, because you need it to dry before you do it. So that might be easier. Ooh, Courtney, I recommend the Kiara Sky ones. They are definitely worth trying. I enjoy mine a lot. They're some of my favorite on rotation. I do really like having different liquids on hand. Number one, because I like different brands, so I like showing different ones, but also I like having my slower drying ones for when I am doing some kind of nail art that's going to take me some time, which is really handy. But I find my ones with the thinner liquids I don't necessarily need as much buffing for, so that's also a perk, just because the liquids are thinner. We are cruising through, friends. Okay, let me know how the scrub method works, Jana. To be honest, I find the scrub method is like easier than the tap method. It's just sometimes you can't obviously do it with all colors, because in order for the scrub method to work, you need to be scrubbing in a darker color and a lighter color. The only thing I do recommend is definitely scrub onto a clear layer, because that makes such a difference in how that scrub method turns out. So I do have a video on that tutorial. I've got all my tutorials here on YouTube, just so you guys know as well. So it's a little bit easier to find them than on the old TikTok. So if you guys do need to reference any of my tutorials, you can always find them here. And I do share my main ones in the caption of these lives as well. So that's That's the other reason I was hoping these lives would be easier, because I find myself always having to be like, go find my tutorial, it's pinned here, and like awkwardly sending people to places that's hard to find. So the reason that I liked YouTube is that in the caption I can, number one, share the products that I'm using, and then also link to all of my main tutorials for people too that happen to jump on. All right, we are in good shape, friends. Our dipping is done. We are on to buffing, and then we are on to nail art. I actually love this nail art, so I'm so excited to do this with you guys. Do I like thermal dips? I don't think you've ever seen me use one. You probably, to be honest, Courtney, I think I've only used a thermal dip once. And I do like them. Believe it or not, I do. I was weirded out by them initially. So like before I kind of got into like doing the channel and whatever, I don't know. I'm so picky about my colors that I was like, I don't really want my color to change. I don't know how I feel about that. So I always stayed away from them. And then West Coast Dips actually sent me some of their spring collection last year. And one of them, I believe it was Kate. It was this gorgeous, like, purple to gray thermal, and I used it not really realizing it was a thermal. Shocking when you're like, why is my nail changing color? But I loved it. I loved it so much, and I think it's the only thermal that I have, so I do actually like them, and I should get more of them. But yeah, initially, I did truly think that I wasn't going to like them, so that's why I don't really have many. Yes, Courtney, I'm so glad you love the scrub method. I know how you've been with your ombre, so I'm glad to hear you say that. Also, friends, I'm just applying my activator right now, and then I'm going to buff everything smooth, and then we're going to get into doing that nail art with the chrome powder. Perfect. We are cured. Okay, so I'm going to start by using my e-file just to do around the cuticles and blend everything in really quick. If you don't want to have one of these, that's totally okay. You can just use a normal curved file. These are fantastic for getting in around that cuticle area because they don't tear up your skin as much because of the curved shape. But I'm going to cheat and do this fast with my e-file. There we go. Okay, I got it on. So I'm just going to very quickly go around the edge here. I just find this is a nice speedy way to get it done, though I do prefer to do most of my buffing with the hand file. Wow, look at how rough this looks, guys. That looks like poop. Okay, let's take note of how weird this looks, okay? We're going to make that better. I think it's from when I cap the edges. Anyways, it'll get cleaned up and it's going to be okay. But right now, she's a doozy. Okay. Courtney, we have been friends for a very long time now. How long ago was it I started my lives? I think it was not this past fall, but the fall before. So I think we're just over, are we at 1.5 years now of doing lives? Has it been that long already? Oh my gosh. We've been friends a while, so I love that for us. Also, Courtney, did you send me your manicure on Instagram last week? Because I feel like you said you were going to send me one, and I was like, hey, I promise I'll check my Instagram. And in true Kayla fashion, I'm going to be completely transparent with you, and I didn't check it until today. And I didn't see a message from you. So I couldn't remember if I've just lost my mind, and maybe you didn't actually say you were going to send me something. But in any case, I was thinking of you is the whole point of me telling you this story. Okay, yes, you think. Okay, so I wasn't crazy. Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that much. But I did finally remember to check my Instagram. I'm going to do a better job of that, I promise. I've just, honestly, life has been a bit crazy in the last, like, ever since we got back from the trip. I'm in the process of switching real jobs, and my personal life has had a lot going on, so it's just, it's been a little crazy. So I have not been the best at checking all of my things. So I would like to get back to that, and I also need to get better at posting videos again, which I do plan to make a plan for next week, now that things are kind of starting to settle down a little bit more. So that's life, though. You know, life just gets crazy sometimes, and you just got to do the best you can, right? So that's my encouraging words. If anybody else is kind of having a crazy time in life right now, we're just going to do the best we can, and we're just going to do our best to make time for a little bit of nail creativity to ease our mind in and amongst all the wildness of life. So that's where we're at. Okay, perfect, Courtney. I will check it. I promise I will check it. All right, guys, I'm going to go in with my curved file here, and I'm just going to finish getting that shape down. So if you didn't have an e-file, like I said, just use your curved end just to blend that cuticle area in, and then you're gonna go down the one side, go down the other side, and we're gonna clean up this horrific mess that we have here. I don't even know what I did there. Okay, perfect, Jana. I will check out for that. I need to make a note of, like, the thing that I've learned about myself is I've spent most of my years thinking that I can keep everything up in here and I will remember to do it. And I've always been like, I don't need lists, I don't need reminders, I don't need routine or schedule. And now I've gotten to the age that I am, and I've finally admitted to myself that, Kayla, you need lists. You can't go to the grocery store without a list. You can't go to the Home Depot without a list because you actually won't remember everything. And also just like structure my day. So like I have like, I'm getting routines down, you know? And I think as part of my routine, I have to do a much better job of being like checking my nail Instagram so that I can talk to you guys, because I do truly love when you guys send me photos. So please don't take it personally. I'm just really bad with my phone sometimes. So I gotta build it into my routine is what needs to happen. It doesn't matter that they don't match, Courtney. As long as you love them, that's all that matters. And Jana, I will look forward to seeing what you come up with. All right, so now I'm sharpening my shape up here. Okay. Remember how horrific that looked before? We're getting better. We're actually like, it's clean now, you know? Thank goodness. I'm going to do just a quick little up in my zone, all up in my face, all up in my business check. There we go. That is so much better. Remember how bad that looked? It was all like a bumpy mess. Clean it up. Just nice. So happy. For real though, Jada, I don't know what happens, but like, it's like you can't trust your brain anymore, right? That's so funny. Well, we're all just out here doing our best, you know, so that's what I tell myself every day. I'm just doing my best. All right, get this shape sorted. Sorry, friends, for getting off camera here. It's just like, this is my, like, I can't see, so I get all up in my face. Oh, you can't see my face. 1 second. There we go. It's coming back. It's coming back, I promise. There I am. Okay, so Courtney, I don't want to jinx it. I did nothing to fix the cord situation, but it's not doing whatever it was doing last week. So I think it has something to do with like this cord getting bumped. So I think it's more just the way that I've situated it this week that seems to be helping. So I'm just hoping that the tech gods stay with me. Don't mess anything up. 'Cause I am not technically savvy. I work on a computer all day, and yet I have very limited tech knowledge, so All right. We are getting there, friends. Sorry, I'm taking a lifetime to get this buffing done because I'm so excited to chit chat. Okay. Okay. I'm doing my best to do this around the camera. Oh gosh, okay. I'm gonna have to fix this up in a second, but I'm doing my best to try to hang out here as long as I can so you guys can actually see before I do my up close. And then we're just about ready to start doing some nail art here. Okay, I'm gonna do my up close and personal. You gotta check the shape. It's so important to check the shape. I think we're looking good. I love how easy this white powder is to get on. Honestly, it is one of my favorites for that reason because it's so nice and easy to deal with. It doesn't give you a hard time. It doesn't lip back. It's fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. Okay, I'm going to go in with my little orange buffer block, do a quick little bufferoonie. And then we're going to start doing some gel nail art over here. Oh, Courtney, same. Okay, so sometimes when I'm looking at nail inspiration, I look at coffin shape and I'm like, I kind of want to go back. Not that I had a full coffin before, but my nails were a lot more square. And I keep wanting to go back, but like, I don't know, there's something about having like that almond oval shape is just like, I feel like it makes your fingers look nice. You know? I don't know. But then it depends on the person, because some people look better with like different shapes, so it's so hard to say. Okay, Jana, then get this one. West Coast Dips. 10 out of 10 recommend. Also, she's in BC, so she's also Canadian, which is fantastic. But yeah, this white powder is the best one, hands down. Hands down. Okay, friends, we are buffed, we are smooth, we are ready. Almost. This is my perfectionism kicking in. Let me just make sure everything looks hunky-dory. I think we are good. Amazing. Okay, so I'm going to grab my little brush in water and give everything a nice little scrubby scrub. Get all the dust out so we're working with a nice clean surface. Actually, I forgot a step, and I always forget this step with gel, but you should not do it. Take the rough side of your file and just give it a quick little rough up. The reason that we're doing this is because I'm going to be doing gel on top. And when you're doing gel on top, it is a good idea just to rough the surface just ever so slightly to give that gel something to cling on to. I always forget, and we should not forget. Yes, Courtney, I agree. I agree. All right, we got those cleaned up. I'm gonna grab a nice paper towel. We're gonna clean this situation up, get them nice and dry, and then we're gonna do a little nail art like so, which I'm very excited for. Oh my gosh, I dipped. Wow, I dropped so much white dip powder. Good grief, Kayla. What are you doing over here? Okay. Anywho, oh, I didn't mess my camera up, but I did tap it. Okay, so I've got my nail palette here. So guys, I am using the Beetles gel liners. This blue was not as dark as I wanted. I wanted a little more navy, so I actually took the blue and I mixed in some, like a tiny, tiny bit of the black. So I'm gonna mix a little more just to show you guys. And these are the two colors that I'm using to create this look, just so you know. And then I just did like a little tappy tap of the black just to darken it up. And then I'm going to use some more black because we'll need that for the chrome. And then, where is our brush here? Ooh, that brush is flying all over the place. Okay, so let's mix up that navy. I actually love mixing colors so much. Like, this is one of my favorite things to do. It's just so satisfying. Okay. So guys, notice I am using a longer bristled brush for this. This makes it a little easier to get those nice lines. So highly recommend this for doing the little swoopy parts. It'll make your life easy, especially when you're working with your non-dominant hand. So let's get into it, shall we? So this is what we're doing. I'm going to mimic this design on my other hand. So we're going to start with the blue, and then we're going to matte coat over top of that, and then we're going to do the gold chrome over top. So for the middle finger, I came from the top, and then I came from the bottom. So let's, I'm thinking it's easier if I zoom you guys in just a wee bit. Please don't mess this cord up. Please don't mess this cord up. Okay. How is that? That should be, ooh, I think that looks good. Okay. I think you guys will be able to see well there. And I think I can see really well from this angle. So this is perfect. Okay. So we're going to come from the top first. And we're going to swoop her down. Like so. And then, how did I do it? And then I kind of can't, oh. Whatever. Okay, let's just roll with it. I think I swooped it a little too far the one way, but that's okay. And then kind of swoop this side the same way. Just gonna add a little more color to each. Courtney, this one I got on Pinterest. If you go to my Pinterest account, I should have all of my socials linked in the description. It's like one of my most recently saved ones. But yeah, I saw this on Pinterest and I was like, I really want to recreate this look. Like really, really. The blue and the gold, which I'm not usually a blue person, but here we are. Okay, so now that I got those lines on, so the cheater's way to do this, the leaves, is to take a little dotting tool like so, and then, how many did I do? 3, it looks like. Okay. We're just gonna make a dot. Make sure that you leave a little space between the main vine and this dot. So we're gonna do here, here, and here. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Then I'm going to take a little smaller brush, so like a little thinner bristles, and then I'm going to pull back. I'm just going to move this out of the way so I don't stick my finger in it by accident. We're going to pull it back like so. And then pull it up. So basically I'm using the gel from those little dots, and I find this is so much easier to make a nice, delicate leaf. I saw this trick on YouTube actually, and it made it so much easier to do this look. Okay. to be honest, Courtney, like these aren't necessarily the best brushes. I do have them linked down in the description. They're just cheapies from Amazon, but I mean, they do an okay job. So here we are. It is hard though to stop them from splitting, because if they split, they are such a pain to work with. Okay, so I'm going to leave that one like that, and I'm just going to do a quick flash cure just to hold that in place. And then we'll do a full cure of all the blue, and then we'll go into matte top coat, gold chrome, all the fun stuff. Tiffany, I appreciate that compliment very much, but I promise you, my heart is going a million miles a minute right now while I do this. Okay, so then for the ring finger, we're going to go kind of up with a tall vine. So, how did I do that? I swooped it up that side. Okay, so I'm going to run my brush through there. Okay. Again, guys, having the right tools is honestly makes the biggest difference. Having like a long bristled brush like this is so important for making nice lines. That's what I learned, because I struggled for a long time, and then as soon as I got a proper brush, changed the game. Art anxiety is a real thing, Jana, for sure. Tiffany, I'm glad our hearts are in the right place, or same place, sorry. It's going a million miles a minute. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to do these little dotty dots all the way down. How did I do it? Oh, I did some really like little itty bitty ones at the bottom. Okay, and then we're going to grab that smaller bristle brush again and just kind of pull that gel around to make it into a leaf shape. Okay, I know I'm being really quiet. I get so quiet when I'm concentrating because I get stressed. Okay. One more. Okay, so again, I'm just going to pop that in for a quick flash cure so it doesn't move. Oh my gosh, Courtney, I'm so happy for you. That is like the nicest compliment ever. But at the same time, I always get so awkward because it's like you feel so good about it, but at the same time, you're like, it's so weird to be like, me. I'm always shy about it. But I'm so happy for you. That makes me so happy. Because it is such a nice, you're like, I'm doing something right. And that is a great feeling to have. And you deserve that. My husband always, I don't know about you guys, but like my husband laughs at me when people do that. Because he just was like, oh yeah, here we go. All right. And the final one. Okay. Let's get our little dotty dots out. I think I kept them pretty minimal here. Yeah, I did. Okay. We are getting there, my friends. Okay, so there's our blue vines. We're now all done with those. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to fully cure them. Whew! My heart is slowing down now. It's slowing down. I don't know about yours, Tiffany, but mine is. It's on the come down now. Oh, man. Courtney, reading your last message made me so happy. I'm so happy that happened for you. It is the best. It's so funny, too, how people are shocked that that's an option. Like, have you ever noticed that when you, like, do say that you do it for yourself and people are like, they just can't compute that you could really accomplish that on your own? I do like that feeling. That is nice. It's fun. Do, 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 do. Bow, bow, bow. Just sitting, curing my nails. Curing my nails. Whew. Okay, I'm glad, Tiffany. Let's bring our heart rates down now. That doesn't matter, Courtney. That compliment means all in the world. Or means the most in the world to us. So I'm so happy. All right. There we go, friends. There is our blue. So now, because we want to chrome over top of that without actually chroming the blue, I'm going to take the matte top coat because chrome will not stick to matte. So we are going to apply a very healthy layer of that to our nails. First, there we go. Okay. Okay. Do, 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 do. Gosh, I'm just trying so hard to see around this silly camera. Okay. I think we got a good healthy layer on there now. Okay, so I'm going to go in and do a full cure of that. We're getting it done, friends. We're getting it done. I'm so excited. All right, so now for the chrome, I'm going to use the black gel liner for that, and we're going to chrome that. The reason I like to do that is just so I can see where the lines are. Jana, that's funny. That's such a nice compliment, though. But I'm with you, too. Like, it's, yeah. When people always are like, it's fun if you want to, just like personally, like I do my niece's nails sometimes just for fun, but yeah, you don't actually necessarily want to do other people's nails. Debbie, you're here! I'm so excited. You made it. I was like, where's Debbie? To be fair, I was late sending the reminder email today because I was out having lunch with my grandparents, so that's kind of my own fault. Anywho, Debbie, this is where we're at today. We're doing this little chrome situation. So I just finished doing the matte gel top coat over top of these babies. And then now we're going to do the chrome. So I'm going to take the black gel liner here, and I'm going to use that. If I can find my proper thing. And we're going to create basically like little gold patterns over top, and then we're going to chrome them. So how did I do this here? I'm going to try to copy my other nail so it's the same. You're working up to it, Courtney. I love that. Well, Jana, she needs to know that good things take time, so... I'm the same. If I do my niece's nails, it takes me forever. It's hard doing it on other people, especially when you're not used to it. Okay, how did I do this? Okay, so I did a line kind of down the side, so we're going to do it here. And pull it down. And then we also did a line kind of crossing here. And then I also did these like little itty bitty dot things, if you guys can see those. So I'm gonna add those in. I think my nails are gonna be a little different in each side, but that's okay. These are just kind of like little speckles. I don't really leave myself as much room to do these on this side is the problem. I went a little bigger with the vine. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my dotting tool and we're going to draw vines again, but this time we're going to do it to make them into chrome leaves. Okay. That's fair, Debbie. I don't blame you for that. I'm just glad you're here now. That is awesome. Okay. I think I need one more dot there for good measure. Okay, so now that I've got that kind of chromed area ready, I'm going to do a quick 10-second cure for these. And then I'm going to chrome. I'm going to chrome like kind of one at a time so I don't actually smudge these. There's nothing wrong with doing a water slide decal there, Debbie. Tiffany, your daughter sounds like a tough critic. That's hard. All right, guys, so we just did a quick flash cure. So now I'm going to grab the powder here. And I'm going to grab my eyeshadow brush. I'm going to dip it into the chrome powder. And we're going to rub that on like so. Okay. And then I'm going to take a, you know, not so rough brush and just brush off that excess powder. And there's our little gold details going on. Cute. I think it's cute. And then we're going to continue on. So I'm going to move on. How did I do this one? Oh, this one I did kind of different. Okay. So let's get our black polish again. And then I kind of went up the stem with this one and then like branched it off. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I don't think I actually did any chrome leaves with this one either. It was just like some straight like little branches. Just to add some different detail. Again, I got some, I got inspiration for this from Pinterest, so I was kind of just copying another design that I thought was really pretty. Okay, and then I'm going to do a quick 10-second cure there. So fancy schmancy and cute. Okay, so now we did our flash cure of that one. I'm going to take my chrome powder again and rub that on. And then take my thin bristled brush and just brush that off quick. Like so. And then we'll do the final design, which is, oh, I did one leaf on here. Okay. So, dun dun dun. So much concentration. Okay. And then I did one little leaf. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to do a quick 10 seconds there. The water slides are amazing. I've tried them once, Courtney. They are great. All right. One more layer of chrome. Rub it on there. Like so. And then I'm going to put the lid back on my chrome powder. And move this to the side so I do not stick my fingers in it. Grab my brush and get rid of that excess chrome. I'll move this back just a wee bit. Oh, my face is gone again. 1 second, friends. It's coming back, I promise. There I am. Okay. Look at that. Done and done. Okay, so now I'm going to do a full cure on those. Then we're going to top coat, and then we are done for the night, my friends. Done and done. We're doing great. This is fun. I enjoy this one. This is less stressful than nail stamping, to be honest. I think the nail stamping stresses me out more. But it was fun. I do want to do it again. Yet again. Okay, so final thing. I'm going to go in with my very favorite gel stain resistant top coat for everything. Then we'll do another cure. And then we're going to be all complete. And it's going to be great. Great, great, great. Why do these 60 seconds seem so long when I'm on camera? So long. Oh, okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so there we go. So now we're going to top coat. So the key to top coating, make sure that you cap your edges because we don't want chips. We don't want peeling. We don't want to ruin all this hard work. So starting the brush in the middle of our nail, pushing back up to that cuticle area and pulling forward, swooping the sides. And then making sure we cap those edges. And then we're going to continue on doing each nail. This is so satisfying when you get top coat on. So satisfying. There we go. Okay, and we will pop her in for another 60-second cure. And we are almost done. Done for another Wednesday. These go by so fast. It's like I just got here. Bum, 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 bum. Another 60 seconds and counting. Oh my goodness. We're almost done. We're almost done. I'm excited. I'm pleased with this. There's a little bit of chrome powder kind of where I don't want it to, but overall I think it's turned out I'm pretty pleased with my little situation here. A little touch of blue, like just a tiny little bit of blue. There we go, friends. It's kind of hard to see because I've still got chrome everywhere, but anyway, that's the look. That's the look for today. I need to get some cuticle oil on really bad is what needs to happen. I also need to grab my rubbing alcohol so I can get that inhibition layer off. Thank you, Debbie. A Pinterest-inspired design. Perfect. Add a little cuticle oil and I'll be laughing. Well, I gotta wash my hands, obviously, because I got chrome powder everywhere, but I'm pleased with that. Oh my gosh, you can see my calluses. Can you tell I've been in the garden? That's so embarrassing. I gotta hide that. I gotta hide my nails, or my hands. Anyways, there we go, friends. We did it. We got through another week, and the nail cam didn't even glitch. So, winning. That's a win. I'm pleased with that. Anyways, my friends, okay, so like I said, I'm getting more back into the swing of things. I'm so sorry it's been a slow start trying to get videos back up. Like I said, it's been a bit hectic over the last couple months, just kind of between my day job and personal life. But yeah, I am working on getting back in the swing of things to get some videos up and edited for you. For those of you that have been mostly on TikTok and not as much over on YouTube, I do have all my tutorials posted here as well for you to check out anytime. I am going to pre-schedule the next couple weeks of lives here on YouTube, so you will be able to find them here to see kind of what's coming up. Other than that, I think that's about it. So farming hands is right, Debbie. I mean, I'm not on a farm, but gardening is a lot of work. I've got a lot of raised beds that I've taken on a lot. But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. We should be proud of our calluses. We've earned them. So anyways, my friends, okay, well, I hope everybody has a great rest of their evening. I hope that the rest of your week is so good to you, and I hope that your weekend is filled with some much needed relaxation and fun. And I will see everybody back here on YouTube next Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What we're going to do for our nails next week, I don't know, but I have a feeling, Jana, that it is going to be coral. Please send me your inspiration. I want to see it. It's going to be good. Okay. Have a great evening, my friends, and I will see everybody next week. Thank you for taking your time out of your night to join me. I, as always, so appreciate your company. So thank you guys very much, and I'll see you next week.